Welcome back post-match. A 0-0 draw at Craven Cottage in London. Where's my partner? Was it a point gained or was it 2 points lost, my friend?
I think ultimately it's a point gained because Pickford pulled off a worldie there. You know what I mean? To keep us in it, Pickford pulled off a worldie. We just can't score. I mean, that one better at the end. What's he thinking, Rob? All he's got to do is nod it down and it's in. Like I'm sure when we went to Udinese and Beto's agents and his agent said, "I'm going to EFC, want you?" He's probably gone, "I've already worked there." And he went, "No, EFC, not KFC."
Mate, that's a cracker. I like that. When he missed that, I literally thought, 4 years ago you were selling chicken over the counter, and now you're a professional footballer in the Premier League, and that kind of summed it up because it summed us up. It summed Everton up. It summed all the dud signings that we've had over the past X amount of years, and I was just deflated. I know Pickford pulled off a worldie and whatever, and I love that. Absolutely, 10 out of 10. But the chances we had, and well, yeah, let's start at the beginning. What about the ball to hand, the one that never got looked at? What's your
For
thoughts on
me,
that one?
for me, it wasn't a penalty for me. I think
Okay.
it's come off the bar. He's running in as a defender, and it's just hit him in the arm. And I think
But you've seen him given. You've seen
well,
them
yeah,
given, haven't you?
yeah, so I've seen him given for less, but
Yeah.
at the same time, if the decision went against us, we'd be fuming. You know what I mean? And for me, I think it weren't a penalty. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, we're always honest, mate, aren't we? I'm looking at it and going, right, okay. I've seen them given, and it's us again. That was me thoughts, because you get a little bit paranoid, don't you, when you get like nothing, and a little bit unlucky, weren't we, at the bar twice? I went for a sneaky 1-0 away win, and I said DCL, and I was open. I open pray every week now, but I was hoping that DCL would get his name on the score sheet. What did you think of his performance?
I just don't think he does enough, Rob. I don't think like there was one. All right, it was called offside, but he's got to be busting the gut to get across that defender, and he weren't. And it's like you need to get in front of the defender, mate. It's no good hanging back expecting the ball to come to you. You've got to do something yourself. You've got to engineer something yourself. Don't just stand there expecting the defender to miss the ball, get across him. In the end, it was immaterial because it was offside. You know what I mean? But it's not the point for me. DCL's got to be making more movement there.
Yeah, well, we're talking about our strikers because it's kind of, we've not scored again. Do we have to, Martin?
Hard not to argue with that.
Yeah, Martin, I think you've got a good point there, my friend. Currently, yeah, in the Premier League, I would go with what you're saying, mate. We're not having a slagging off session here, but we're just talking. Well, we're talking about Everton, aren't we? And
when all said and done, we created chances tonight. You know what I mean? In the first half, we had more shots on target than what Fulham had, and we were just incapable of putting them in the back of the net.
What did you think of the Danjuma effort, mate, when he was
Once
obviously cut
again,
in from the left on his right foot? Were you thinking then, here we go, here you go?
I knew he was going to take a shot. I knew it. Like Calvert-Lewin was free in the box. There was a pass on. Like I looked at the replay and I thought, there's a pass on there. You know what I mean? Like all you got to do is knock it. Like there was two defenders. Calvert-Lewin had kind of split the defenders, so you only had to slot it across to him. Calvert-Lewin had the tap in, but once again, he's gone greedy and gone for a shot.
Yeah, we said this at the start of on the pre-match, didn't we? That we is it because he doesn't lift his head up, or is he literally just going, do you know what? This is all about me. Is it? Is he not seeing the big picture there, or is he trying to get a worldie and get his name on the score sheet?
To me, he's not a team player. He's all about himself, and it's like you've got to think about the team. But you can pick that one incident out of the game. But the fact of the matter is that they can't pass the ball to each other. The build-up play is so slow, and then they get the ball and they're knocking about at the backwards and forwards to Pickford, and you think somebody just pass it forward. But then when they do, they can't find the man.
Based on what you've seen so far, then on Danjuma, would you let him go?
I mean, by the looks of things, the injury that he got might keep him out anyway, so he might not be able to go. But only if we got a replacement for him, Rob.
Yeah.
And this late on in the day, this late on in the day, we're not going to get somebody in there
like that, Bob. I don't think we've been paying our tax. After the Premier League have finished with us, we're waiting for HMRC to come for their bit.
Yeah. Well, we're after the rebate.
Yeah. Love it. Well, so, are you disappointed, mate, or are you thinking, no, do you know what?
More disappointed in the way we played than the result. The result, I was happy with the point. I said, all right, Stevie.
Oh yeah, sorry, just on Putney Bridge, just come out. I didn't mean to let myself straight in. And by the way, it says I'm leaving Selhurst, but I'm not. I didn't go to the wrong stadium tonight. You might be surprised. I've got this big grin on my face. Thought that we were very fortunate today to get a point. Our finishing is atrocious, and we don't deserve to win at the moment with that finishing. But Fulham, they had the better of the second half, in my opinion. And I don't know how we've got out, but we've got out with a very valuable point tonight.
Yeah,
I've seen a more entertaining goalless draw ever.
I think everybody's in the same opinion that we kind of stole a point there, But we had our chances, we just can't score, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many chances. I heard that there were 15 corners in that match, but I mean, the Fulham fans, you can hear them nattering on the way out here, and they just, they can't stand how they've ended up, not winning this game as well. So I mean, we're looking at it through blue-tinted eyes. But yeah, we've committed robbery tonight. We're coming away something from the original London club. Pickford obviously will get singled out as making saves. Defenders were okay today. It was just, I think that game could have gone on for 120 minutes and we still wouldn't have scored. What do you think, guys?
No, I think you're right, Stevie. I think just completely toothless up front. Like, couldn't hit a cow's ass with the banjo. Honest to God, like that one from Beto at the end, it was harder to hit that over than what it was to score. Wasn't it, Rob?
Yeah. What did you make of Ben Godfrey tonight? Because we were discussing him pretty
well.
much.
I think he played well. He made one absolutely fantastic clearance that he'd had no right to get to. Yeah. But once again, it was our mistakes that led to that. Because we can't pass. Just cannot pass to save our lives. It's never quick.
I'd keep Godfrey with you. I wouldn't let him go to Leeds.
I'd keep Godfrey.
Yeah.
I actually thought
I'd sell Keane first. I'd sell Keane first.
What did you say then, Stevie? Did you say that Young played well?
I thought he did okay. I thought, considering we've not got the most resources, I thought they were all okay. But is okay good enough at this level to I think the way Luton are playing is I actually don't think Luton are going to be in the relegation battle. I think they're going to probably break away from that. I think it's between us and Forest now.
No, listen, Stevie. Luton will be in amongst it. Don't you worry about that. They're just on a bit of a bounce at the moment, right? As soon as
right.
if they have games like we've just had hard games, and they get beat 3 or 4 games on the bounce, they'll fold. I think they'll fold.
Well, let's hope so. But they won 4-0 tonight, didn't they, against the useful Brighton side that we'll be facing in a few weeks' time. But I thought, Godfrey, I wouldn't sell him. I think, how can we? I mean, we haven't got the squad. I mean,
no.
And he's a versatile player. He can play left back, play right back, play centre back. And I think that you need to keep players like that. But he's not had that many games to prove himself.
I think the problem is that when Decore's out, like, we lack ideas.
Yeah, no, 100%, because he's the player that's running from the box, and he's hard to mark, and he's box to box in the old sense. And I think today we had loads of space. I was sat right at the back. It was like sitting at the back of the park, and there was a big post right in the way. But I mean, apart from that, you get to see the full end to end of the pitch, exactly like sitting on the Upper Gladys Street Park end. And there was loads of space. I mean, there were a lot of times where we could play through them. We just didn't have any cutting edge. I mean, we got in behind them several times in the first half, and we were never going to score. And then how Fulham missed that chance at the end of the first half. I mean, the Fulham chances, I just can't get over it. How they've actually managed to mess up that many chances. Could talk about our finishing. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it was one of them where they're struggling to score goals. We're struggling to score goals, but it was an entertaining game. There was chances, but what baffled me was the fact that they kept doing this 3-on-2 corners every time, and we never reacted to that, or Dice never reacted to that. And you're like every time they got a corner, they'd send 2 men over, and then someone would dart inside, and the ball would get put inside. And you're like, surely you've got to react to that. But it kept happening. We was very, very lucky.
Like, you won't see a better 0-0 than that, but you can say it after the game. You can't say it during the game because it's too stressful. There were a lot of people near where I was pacing the floor, just couldn't get over how many chances are going to be missed by both sides, in one game of football. And there you have it. I mean, me and Mamsie were looking at the stats before, and that's only the 4th draw against Fulham in 34 games, I think. And I called it 0-0, but I didn't want it to be 0-0. I just felt like we had no cutting edge and that we would play a defensive format. And it wasn't that defensive, was it? I mean, we had decent players going forward in Harrison and Danjuma. Sorry, please. I think that's the point that we've just got from Craven Cottage. I think they've caught up with it. I'm gonna jump a bus in a minute, guys. Gonna leave you both to it, but
be careful you don't get locked up, Stevie, if you're gonna jump a bus.
No, well, we'll see you again for the Spurs preview and everything. I'll keep watching, but thanks for letting me join. Just getting a few things off my chest, really. But well done to Everton for keeping another clean sheet. I think Pickford is now up there, joint, or he may actually be single most clean sheets this season now, ahead of Alisson, because Liverpool haven't played.
Yeah,
8 clean sheets in 15 games or something.
Yeah. So it's not bad. That save from him is a very Southall-esque save, very brilliant save, but wasn't the only match. I mean, this match could be rewatched. It will be a rewatched 0-0. I think it'll be a standout 0-0. See if they feature it tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I'll leave you to it. There's lots of comments coming in.
All right, Stevie.
Cheers.
Catch you. So there you've got it, Stevie live, and he wasn't at Selhurst Park. That was something that obviously he'd had from the time he'd come out. He was at Craven Cottage, for those who were asking. Yeah, so we just give you a little overview of what he saw tonight down there in London.
Barry's saying there, if we're relying on Decore, we're in trouble. It's not that we're relying on our whole game plan revolves around him getting in and around the box. And at the moment, we don't have anybody doing that job. It's not that we rely on him. If we had somebody to do that as effective as what he is at that job, then we wouldn't be relying on, but we just don't.
Mate, I can't get the better one out of my head. I just need to go through it again because otherwise I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Oh, mate, I'm not going to sleep anyway. That's worse than Ronnie Rosenthal's, if you remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
You know, it was easy for him to score. You think, oh, how have you missed that, lad? You know what I mean? And the thing is, Rob, they want the lad to do well. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't want to sit here and rip the back out of him. But the fact of the matter is, he's employed to put the ball in the back of the net. And if you're 2 yards out and you can't do that with a gaping goal, then there's issues.
Yeah.
You can't even say it's come at him quickly. He's had plenty of time to get his head on that and just nod it down. Or it was too high for him.
Joey.
Yeah.
Don't
remind us, Joe.
They're coming up, mate. They're coming up thick and fast. Are we expecting anything? Well,
Go on, Rob.
My mum used to say when I was a little boy, son, Robert, because you always get your full title off your mum, don't you? Robert, expect nothing and you'll never be disappointed.
Exactly.
So, Joey, that's what I'm expecting for the next 2 games, mate.
There's a bit of good news on the horizon, and that is the fact that Sheffield United got beat tonight, and he was leading 2-1 at one stage, and he got beat 3-2. But as I put it in our group chat, didn't I, Robbie? You know, after 10 games, we were all, you know, after the points deduction, we went on that little run and all that. We were all saying, oh, you know, there's 3 teams worse in the league than us, and we'll be all right, and blah blah blah. It's not looking so comfortable anymore, is it, mate?
No, not comfortable. But we didn't expect to be had off with them 10 points, did we? So that's kind of like another agenda. No, we're going to keep coming back to it.
But it was after the 10 points that got deducted that we had that run.
We had the run, and then we tried to put a finger on it on the pre-match, didn't we? Saying where's it gone wrong? Because, as you know, we always send a few little messages during the game, and you've said on a couple of occasions now, the lad's out there looking a bit leggy, and he kind of doesn't know or is reluctant to send on the subs, whether he doesn't trust the subs or what. But at the end of the day, something's got to go, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, he only made 3 subs because he was forced into one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Danjuma had stayed on, and you know this is the consequence of having poor mismanagement of a football club over the years, because the bench is weak, the whole team is pretty much weak, you know, going forward wise. Oh, who's that there? Who's that there giving me a compliment on my bins?
That's Steve.
These are my spare pair, Steve. I've got my proper pair in the car. These are my scruffy ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they'll get a penalty. I don't think they'll get a penalty, and I don't think they'll have a man sent off against them either.
Yeah, I think we'll get a penalty at some point, and it'll just be like, we'll probably get beat 3-1, but we'll get a penalty.
It'll just be like a consolation penalty.
Do you know what, Barry P? We've always been famous over the years, haven't we, for having the
best number 9s.
The creme de la creme of number 9s over the last 100+ years. At the moment, mate, I wish we could all put our finger on it. Is it the system? Is it the strikers? Like the Beto incident tonight. We don't know how much he's on, do we? We haven't even paid a penny for him for a couple of years. We've got him as a 5-year contract. But based on what you see there, you want to put your head in your hands, don't you, and just go and emigrate and sell ice creams on a beach in Bali and just stay away from football, because it just absolutely does your head in.
Here's a question for you, Robbie. Right, that last 6 minutes of injury time, would you, if you was the manager, right, would you have sacrificed one of your, like a Michalenko or something, and thrown Keane on the front?
No, because at that point, I'd probably be going, all right, I know whether he knows whether Luton have won or not, but I'll just go, I'm at least I'm going to get something out of this game. So I probably wouldn't. Keane, I'd rather put Jobban on than put Keane on, because he's not going back. Going back a couple of decades ago, you could put the likes of Mickey Lyons up front, and you knew that something potentially was going to happen because he had street cred in front of goal. In the current climate, although I thought with our chances where we hit the bar and we had our chances. I know they had their chances, but this is an Everton channel, so I'm talking about us more than talking about them. I thought we had enough there to be in front at half time. And then obviously the second half wasn't as good.
It was just when Dobbin came on, he was pretty much immaterial, weren't he? I know he come on for a few minutes, but he didn't really do anything. He didn't affect the game.
Yeah.
So it was like, if you're putting Keane on, he's a target man to it, and we had them couple of corners right at the end. If he'd been in the box, he might have nodded that one in better and couldn't nod in.
Yeah, here's a good one from Rod.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's like it's one of them where we're all judging Beto because he's a goal scorer. He's brought in to score goals, and he came with a good record from Udinese and stuff like that. And you think, but we all know the Premier League's a different kettle of fish to playing on the continent, isn't it? It's a much harder league to adapt to.
Yeah.
So,
that chance at the end, it gets us 3 points, and we literally were stealing 3 points instead of stealing one, as Stevie's just said. And that 3 points then still keeps us out the bottom three, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I say, there's just been more pressure heaped on the team now to go and win at Spurs, and then possibly get something against City. But I don't know what Luton's remaining fixtures are, but they've probably got to play them as well at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got to play. Everyone's got to play each other twice. So like I said, Stevie seems to think that Luton's going to get out of it if they're playing the way they are, but they're one of these teams that if they go on a bad run of games, they could sort of capitulate and end the season terribly. But all we've got to do is concentrate on ourselves and not worry about all these other teams around us.
Yeah, just as we're talking, Newcastle Luton at the weekend. And then Luton play Sheffield United.
Luton plays Sheffield United.
Yeah.
So Newcastle got Luton at the weekend.
Yeah, Newcastle at home.
Yeah, they just had a good result at Villa.
Yeah. So they kind of maybe, I don't know if they've had any players back, but they've kind of turned the corner because they were struggling, weren't they? We just need a bit of luck in front of goal, don't we? I mean, as we know, when we were down at Spurs, we could have, and we should have got something out of that game.
Yeah, but we've gone worse since then.
We have gone worse.
We've gone on a downward spiral since then, and you're like, and do you think the fact that we are creating chances and we're not scoring them, that it's affecting the rest of the team?
I mean, if me and you are if we're playing a 4-4-2 and me and you aren't scoring, we're going to be having a chat, aren't we?
Yeah,
over a pasta.
100%.
Because we only eat pasta, don't we, when we're finely tuned athletes, and we're going to be going, fucking, what's going on here? I just can't score. So it's got to affect you. It's got to affect your confidence, hasn't it? I don't see the likes of Beto as a sub. He's sitting on the bench, isn't he? And he gets, a little cameo maybe for 10 or 15 minutes if he's lucky. But when he gets that opportunity tonight and goes, have it, all of a sudden he's making Dicey go, right, do you know what? He's got that predator instinct, and DCL's not hitting, so maybe I'll change it around and play Beto up front instead of. But what's he got? He's only got DCL and Beto, hasn't he, to choose from? DCL, when he was out injured, we were going, well, wait till we get DCL back, because, and it'd be great. And when he's fit, he'll be scoring goals again. And he is fit. He clearly is fit. But is it our system? And as we've said before, he doesn't kind of create chances for himself, so he likes to be on the end of things, but when he's on the end of them, they're not going in, are they?
No. The simple fact of the matter is, I've said it over and over again, is he's not nuisance enough. Like you get Ollie Watkins, and he just, even go back years, Ian Wrights and Shearers, and the great goal scorers, and they weren't always prolific, but they always caused you problems. You know what I mean? They were just buzzing around the defenders and pulling the defenders left, right, and centre. And Calvert-Lewin doesn't do that. Doesn't do that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think to yourself, why isn't he doing that? Why isn't he more of a nuisance? Why isn't he causing defenders more problems? And you just think, has he not got it in him? Like, when Ancelotti was here, does he get best goal scorer and one touch finishes and everything? What's happened to that Calvert-Lewin?
Bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is bizarre.
Yeah.
Can't put your finger on.
And I take your point, Peter. Yeah, I take your point, mate, because that's what the stream's all about, isn't it? For you boys and girls out there to sort of have your say, and then we kind of try and talk about it.
Everyone's opinion matters.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I just took it off.
Beto is the Brett Angel of Everton. I mean, there'll be people on the stream that mightn't even remember Brett Angel.
I met him at York Races once. He was at Sunderland on loan, I think, then. And I had a little word with him. Said, "You're shit." And I didn't really. He'd probably fill me in.
Yeah, in a confident team, Bob, from a defensive point of view, Everton have got the fourth best defensive record in the Premier League. Our goalie has got the best record of keeping clean sheets. It's clear and obviously an obvious. Wes is always talking about a creative midfielder, and without Decore, it seems to be the whole system is set up around Decore being an important piece of the jigsaw. So without him, it basically looks like the goose. When's he back, Wes?
Decore, I don't even think he mentioned anything in his presser that when he was back, didn't he have a tight calf or something? But yeah, a few weeks ago when he was out for a few weeks, he said he was, as far as he was concerned, when he come into the club, he was told that he was a quick healer. So God only knows, but we need him back. We need all our players back, because we're not really thin on the ground, isn't he? But Lucy's got a point there. We played him in and around the box and stuff like that, and he basically stood there. So why can't Dice do that? Why can't Dice say, you just stay in the box, mate? You know what I mean? Or, hang around on the edge of the 18-yard box. Just hassle the defenders.
Used to be called goal hanging, mate, didn't it? In the old days.
Go on, Bet Angel. With the throw dig at me, he'd probably missed.
So we'll have who will we have back? We'll have Gay back from
AFCON.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened to Onana tonight. Have you heard anything on the grapevine?
No, not at all. Nothing.
But he's another one. He's another one that hasn't set the world on fire, has he? Like
no.
So I don't know. Not as far as I know, I didn't see the presser before the game, so I can't comment on it. But as far as I hear, that he hasn't got an injury. Maybe he just kept him out because we might sell him tomorrow, Robbie. Who knows?
Yeah, that was where's the clairvoyant? That was my next question. Because if he's fit, he's the one, as we've said for weeks now, he's the one who's going to command a large sum of cash to come into the club as a cash injection, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, she was saying he had a calf injury.
Okay, Stu, thanks for that, mate. That dispels the rumours.
Yeah, Lucy again. So Godfrey played well tonight. Yeah, Godfrey played very well. You can't knock him for that. But I don't think that he'll start again at the weekend. I think he'll probably
no. Would you not keep him in?
No, I think he'll probably go back to Tarkowski and Branthwaite, and then if Young's okay to play again, he'll probably throw him in because we know that he loves bloody Young, and obviously Mikalenko. So I think he'll stick with that formation for the weekend against Spurs. But you never know. Can't second guess Dyche half the time. He's only got a handful of players to bloody choose from anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm still going with the potential Onana going.
Yeah, but there's got to be someone to come in, Rob. There's got to be. You can't be going letting players go when you've got such a thin squad.
Totally agree, mate. Totally agree. But I think I would not be surprised if he goes for a large amount of money and we get a loan in on the back of it. Don't know who.
Yeah.
Because it's a case of someone's going to have to come kicking and screaming to us at the moment because these prima donnas with their fancy agents, they're not going to want to come to Everton for a scrap, are they? Because that's all that it's going to be from now till May.
But if they come in on loan, they're not going to be bothered, are they? Because they'll go back to the parent club and they'll come in and maybe do a job for 12, 13, 14 games or whatever, and then they'll sod off back to the parent club. But Bob there saying Dyche doesn't get the best out of our average players. I've got to disagree with that. I think he's getting the best out of a bad bunch. I think the job that he's done, I don't think there's many managers that, and especially with the situation surrounding the club, nobody was saying that he doesn't get the best out of the average players when we went on that little run and we was flying up the league after getting points deducted. So I think it's just down to lack of confidence at the minute. Like I think the fact that the forwards aren't scoring must affect the whole team. Must do, when you're getting chances.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the next two games, in the real world, let's be a realist here, because, you've got to be when you're Evertonian. We've got to expect nothing. On Saturday, we'll still be going for a win or sneaking a draw or whatever. But realistically, talking tonight, we've got to expect not to get a lot out of those two games. But like I say, on our streams for the next two games, we'll be going, well, I think we can do this or that. So that's on the day. But
yeah,
I'm going to bed tonight going, we've got a few problems. And I still maintain 1,000,000% that we're going to get points back. And they're going to be our lifesaver. That's where I see it coming from. Hopefully that'll kickstart the season again. But Wes, it's painful, mate, isn't it? Year after year after year, and the stick you have to take when you go to certain places, and lifelong friends who you've known, they kill you with the one-liners.
Yeah, they do.
You don't want to
They
go
do.
out. Don't want
Yeah,
to go out anymore.
it's like you get asked. I get asked on it when I'm driving around. People get in, they go, "Who's you fella?" "Oh, I'm not really a fan of football. And they're like, "Oh, you're an Evertonian then?" "Oh, well, yeah."
Yeah, you probably get more in tips because he feels sorry for you. That's how bad it is
Yeah,
being an Evertonian.
yeah. But
But
you know
but it
what? At
is
the
what
end of the
Wes.
day, mate,
It is.
we'll still support them regardless.
Well, that's the way it is. Somebody takes you to a stadium when you're a youngster, and that's it. That's your team, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's one of them, and it's like this 10 points. Like I said, I keep saying it. We cannot, even though you're confident that we'll get some points back, can't guarantee that. So we've got to just try and do it ourselves.
Oh, totally agree, mate. But that's a bonus. Those games where we get those other points, that's a complete bonus. Um, I am genuinely in my crystal ball. He's really
But does
fucked up big
but
time.
won't don't you think that'll open up a can of worms for the teams that are down there scrapping with us though? The likes of the Lutons, the Sheffield Uniteds, the Burnleys, they
Oh
go,
yeah,
well, if they,
well yeah,
the punishment's like 5 points or 6 points or something, that could them 4 points that extra that they've been given back, that could have kept us up. So
yeah.
this
But
is gonna be
but
right
we're,
shit
we're the
showing
ones
it.
with the issues. It's not them, so they can kick and scream whatever. They're going to have to get their own act together and win their own games, aren't they?
Yeah. Who's someone there? Gary Coffee Bum was really lucky to get a point as we get battered. We was lucky. We were lucky. I wouldn't say we got battered. Second half, Fulham with the better team, but we was definitely lucky to get away with the point. And so obviously you never watched the game, Gary. So yeah, we just Pickford pulled
But
off a Walesy.
and
And
Beto missed
Beto
the
missed from
worst
2 yards out.
sitter with less than 2 minutes to go at the end. So we could have
Yeah,
snatched it, Gary. Here's one
yeah,
from Josh. Nice one, Josh,
yeah. Good lad, Josh,
and your boy.
and your lad. There's one thing that they can never take away from us Evertonians, right? Is that regardless of what league we'll be in this season or next season, we still support our team. Now, you look at other teams, right, that are having success, right, and they're getting all the foreign fans and that coming to the ground. If the boot was only the foot where they were in the position we're in now, they wouldn't be filling the stadiums, mate.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, not at all. Totally agree with your friend. So, what time are you up in the morning? Is it an early one for you?
No, I'm off tomorrow, mate. I'm off. I've got to go to the dentist.
Oh, okie
Um,
dokie.
he's got to get the jet wash out. What is it? What's it called? The sand thing you own. What's it called? Can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, scale and polish, innit?
Yeah, but with the teeth I've got, mate, to get them what fucking sand blasters out.
Yeah. So, friends, I'm going to get myself off to bed now and hopefully get asleep and hopefully think, yeah, come Saturday's, in fact, we'll be doing the stream by 11:30 in the morning because it's at
Yeah.
12:30 kickoff. So, for all you friends out there on the Follow Everton stream, thank you for watching. Don't forget to
Hang
tell your
on.
friends and your
Before
family. Go on.
before you go, mate.
Go on.
My old mate there, Bob, said he meant that Dice won't use subs to get. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we're always complaining about is the lack of subs, bringing fresh legs on. But you ain't got much to choose from on the bench, Bob. That's the problem. Through the poor mismanagement of the club over the years, we're having to rely on 3 or 4 academy players sitting on the bench, and you know, when you're playing in the Premier League, you can't bring on the likes of this Metcalf and Mackenzie Hunt and all this, that, and the other, because you know they're only kids. You're throwing them in at the deep end. So I get what you mean, mate, and we're all the same in regards to Dyson as subs.
Here's a fair one from David.
I think obviously we'd have all been over the moon with the 3 points, but I think it'd have been daylight robbery, wouldn't it?
The thing is, we'll take it, because the daylight robbery, they took 10 points off us, so it's like we need to be a bit more street fight mode, don't we?
Yeah, but you can see now though, because the thing is now, because they put so much into that little run that we went on. You know, all the away games we won and all that. You can see now how, because of how thin the squad is, that the flagging, they are flagging, and you can see it more and more every game. That, you know, they get to 60 minutes and they're running out of steam.
Well, there's 16 cup finals left, mate.
Yeah, got to start winning from somewhere. And it's going to be Saturday, Rob. It's going to be fucking Saturday, lad.
Yes.
Going to fucking do that.
Saturday. We're gritting our teeth for Saturday. Well, friends, we're coming up to 42 minutes on the stream. And thank you all for watching the Follow Everton. And
please like and subscribe.
Yeah, and we will see you all on Saturday.
Yeah, me and Robbie will be here bright and early.
Yeah. So
what time is it? 11:30?
11:30 will be the stream, mate. 12:30 kickoff. So with that entail, Everton stole a point at Craven Cottage tonight. Will it be 3 points on Saturday? We are hoping it will be. Stay tuned. You're with Robby and Wez, and we love you all. We'll see you all on Saturday. Bye-bye.